So a NASCAR nurse is a nurse who works in a high-speed, high-pressure environment of NASCAR racing events, right? So these nurses, they are responsible for emergency medical care to the drivers, the crew member, and any others that are there at the racetrack, especially in the event of an accident, injuries, or medical emergency that play a vital role in this fast-paced, physically demanding world of motorsports, where accidents can happen at any moment due to the high speeds and the intense competition. Now, what about the job description of a NASCAR nurse? So, a NASCAR nurse, their job includes but is not limited to emergency care. So, they respond to accidents or injuries, they provide medical treatment, and they stabilize the injured individual until they can be transported to a hospital if they need to be. They also assess injuries, so they evaluate the drivers or the pit crew members for injuries, including concussions, fractures, burns, or any type of trauma. They also provide medical support during the event, so they need to be on hand during the race to provide the immediate first aid as well as performing a regular health assessment for the drivers and the staff. They also want to collaborate with other medical professionals, so they work alongside doctors, paramedics, and other medical team to ensure the appropriate care is provided. They also want to monitor the health, so they're going to ensure that these drivers and these crew members are fit and healthy enough to participate in the race, and they also provide preventative care, so they need to keep the drivers hydrated, they need to maintain their temperature regulation, and address any potential health issues. So how do you become a NASCAR nurse? So first, in order to become a NASCAR nurse, it includes a combination of nursing education, specialized training, and experience in emergency sports or medicine. And so here's the general pathway that you need to go down first. Of course, you need to become an RN. So associate degree, your ADN, or your BSc, your Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And then, of course, you got to pass your NCLEX RN. And that's how you become a nurse. Then you also want to gain some type of experience in emergency or sports medicine. So it is very crucial to gain experience in especially emergency nursing or sports medicine due to so you can understand the type of trauma and the rapid response techniques and the type of injuries that occur at high speed environments. So many NASCAR nurses have background in, of course, emergency room, trauma centers, and sports scene. So you also need to get certified. So obtaining certifications in advanced cardiovascular life support, that's your ACLS, trauma nursing, or any relevant certifications like your CEN, your certified emergency nurse. That can make you more competitive in this specialized field. So you also want to build connection in motorsport. So get out there and network with NASCAR or motorsport community, and you want to get involved in the motorsport teams, or you can volunteer at these events, and that can open up some doors too as a NASCAR nurse. Now, some nurses start as event medical staff and move up to positions with specific teams or racing organizations. So you need to understand the racing environment, also gain a knowledge about understanding the risks and the needs of a NASCAR driver, and the team can help you succeed in this type of field. So this can include studying specific type of injuries common in racing and understanding the racetrack safety protocol. NASCAR has seen some serious injuries throughout its history, and that's often due to the high-speed nature of this sport. So here are some specific examples of NASCAR drivers. Of course, we got Dale Earnhardt in 2001. This is one of the most tragic incidents in NASCAR history, and this was the death of Dale. And that happened during the Daytona 500. So what happened to him was he suffered what's called a basilar skull fracture after hitting the wall head on at a very high speed. This led to the development of HANS, H-A-N-S, or HANS, H-A-N-S, head and neck support devices to improve the safety. So if you don't know, the basilar skull fracture is it's also known as just a skull base fracture. It's an injury, it's a traumatic head injury that involves a break in one of the bones at the base of the skull. This structure, that's what separates the brain from the neck and the head, and it forms the floor of the cranium. I'll put some pictures up the cranial cavity. So this injury is usually caused by significant blunt force trauma, so hitting that wall full speed. Then in 2020 we have Ryan Newman. So Ryan Newman, he was involved in a horrific crash in the Daytona 500 where his car was hit by another car after he crossed the finish line. Now he suffered a serious head injury. He was hospitalized later, but he miraculously recovered. Now his crash, it kind of brought on renewed focus on the NASCAR safety features, including the next gen car. So the next gen car is more of a modern, sophisticated race car, and it focuses on replicating the look and the feel of street car. So it's just a badass car. I inserted a picture up there. Then of course we got Jeff Gordon in 1999. Now, Jeff Gordon, he was involved in a significant crash again at the Talladega Super Speedway, which resulted in another fractured. He fractured his rib and he bruised his lung. Now, this injury occurred after he hit the wall at a high speed. Though he managed to recover and continue racing, these injuries, along with others, they helped shape the evolution and the safety features of NASCAR, such as the introduction of more safer barriers, the Heinz device, the NASCAR energy absorbing seats, the ongoing improvement to these car construction and track design to protect the drivers. Now, if you want to know about the salary of a NASCAR nurse, so typically it's based on your experience, your location, the specific team or the event that you're working with. On average, a nurse specializing in emergency or motorsport safety can expect between $75,000 to $100,000 a year. Now, those working for major racing organization or with lots of experience, they may make a little bit more. Additionally, racing events often provide compensation for each event work, so you might just get paid a certain amount for that event. So, let's put it all together. A NASCAR nurse, they provide emergency care at NASCAR events. They respond to crashes and injuries, and they ensure the health and safety of their drivers and pit crew members. Becoming a NASCAR nurse, it does require you to be an RN, experience in emergency or sports medicine, and a strong understanding of the racing environment. Like I said, the salary can range between $75,000 to $100,000 per year, depending on your experience and your position. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I did not know such a thing existed. I didn't know there was a such thing as NASCAR nurse. Like, we are needed in so many places. Like, I did the video about the cruise ship nurse and the Disney nurse. Like, a lot of times I don't think about, it's for, now I do, since I'm a nurse, I think about when I'm on vacation, I'm traveling a lot. Where are the doctors? Where's the nurse? Where's the nearest hospital? What type of insurance do these hospitals take, especially in these foreign countries? Will I get admitted as a foreigner in these countries? Because there are some countries, I ain't gonna name them, but you know that one country, they don't let certain people in their hospital. By certain people, I mean me. They hospital. I was like, wow. But anyway, enough of that. NASCAR nursing, have you ever thought about it? I didn't know this exists, and it's crazy because they have a NASCAR event coming up this weekend, but by the time you see this video, the event would have been over. And it would have been nice to just go out there and meet some nurses on duty, just, maybe could have got a little interview, but without being very disrupted. But anyway, that's what a NASCAR nurse is. Who would ever thought there was such thing as a NASCAR nurse? Now, as a nurse, there are so many avenues to take. Did you know you can work at home as a nurse? I'll do a video on that too. I thought that would, of course, that's going to come with lots of experience. But yes, you can work at home as a nurse. You can. You can work at a law office as a nurse. Wow, the sky is the limit. So for all y'all who thinking about getting outside of the bedside nursing, try to figure out what it is that you like, or discover all the different type of nurses, and that may be something you like that you didn't know you like. Because I always thought as soon as I get out of school I was going to work in the OR. I thought I was going to work in the OR, and look at me now. I'm going back to school to be a nurse practitioner, mental health nurse practitioner. So you just never know where your journey, your nursing journey will take you. But anyway, I think I took enough of you guys' time. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.